Hi, my name is James. I'm 32 years old. I'm from Chicago, Illinois. I'm a high school teacher with Chicago Public Schools on the city's south side. I have a wife. We've been married for 4 years. We have an 18-month-old daughter, and we also have another child on the way. We're not sure what we're having yet, but we're very, very excited about that. I have a strong interest and passion for music. I've been interested in music pretty much my whole life. I got a drum set at the age of 8 in college. I played around with the guitar. Currently, I'm into keyboarding. I use Logic, and most of my instrumentals that I create come from the keyboard. I do have an MPC 2000, but right now the keyboard is my sweet spot right now. Like I said, I'm a teacher, which means my schedule is very busy. On average, my day starts at 5 in the morning and sometimes doesn't end until 8 o'clock at night. And then when I do get home, you have to spend time with your family. I can't just come home and go straight to working on music. So usually I wait till everybody's asleep and then I work on music. But needless to say, regardless of how busy my schedule is, I always make time for music. That's a priority with me right now, even if it means sacrificing sleep. Sometimes I'll pull all-nighters. Sometimes I just go on 1 or 2 hours of sleep and then get ready for work. For example, making this video, I started on a Thursday, and from Thursday to Monday, I got 9 hours of sleep. So just a little background information on me. My dream job is to be a music producer. I would love to be creative around the clock instead of having to balance my creativity with my day job. I would just love to just be creative whenever I wanted to be creative. I would love to collaborate with other creative individuals, inspire each other, bounce ideas off of each other, feed off of each other's creative energy. As a music producer, I plan on using part of my success to help inner city youth, to help inspire and motivate them for positive goals. Because as a teacher, I've seen a lot, so even though I'll be in a different industry, my heart still lies with the youth of the inner city. We all know that life is full of obstacles. I've faced many obstacles in my life. I'm sure we all have at some point, but to keep it short, I grew up in the inner city of Chicago. I was raised by a single mom since age 2. So we faced poverty at times for a 2-year period. We faced homelessness where we were in and out of hotels, staying with different friends, different relatives. At one point, we had all of our belongings in a U-Haul truck, and that was our home for a few days. Being a teenager on the west side of Chicago, I was the type of teenager that just did what I was supposed to for the most part. I went to school, I played sports, I worked on music. But being in an area that was infested with gangs, whenever they would approach me, they would ask, what gang am I in? What am I about? And I would just say, hey, I just go to school. Well, that was unacceptable at that time. So there was a lot of conflict, while we were living in that area. So we definitely felt the repercussion of my father not being there. But I don't blame my father. I have nothing against him. I love him. At the time, he was young. He did what he thought was best. He was a dream chaser, and it just so happened that his dreams took him out of our house. But since then, in my adult years, we've reconciled. We have a really good relationship. We talk on a regular basis. But anyway, that caused me to vow to myself that I would do better, that my wife and kids would not struggle how I struggled growing up. So as a result, I put family first, even above my own dreams and personal goals. It's been 3 years since I've heard of the Recording Connection, and I've been trying to save money for the past 3 years, but every time I get a little money saved, whether it be through working overtime or taking on a second job, it seems like something always comes up that we have to use money for. And I mean, that's just life. It happens sometimes, but I refuse to give up. I refuse to quit, even though I'm 32 years old and things still have not gotten off the ground yet. I figure as long as I'm living and breathing, it's never too late. So one way or another, this will get done. I feel that I have the passion and the drive to succeed as a music producer because I have a very strong work ethic. I don't mind putting hours, days, weeks into a project as long as at the end of the day it sounds the way I want it to sound. I've been told by some that I'm a perfectionist, but I just see it as, hey, if I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it well. I'm going to be over the top. I'm going to do my best at it. I love to learn because I feel like as you learn, that's how you get better, you know, and I think these are very important qualities that a music producer must have in order to be successful. As a composer, I try to be as diverse as possible. I don't just stick to one or two genres that are comfortable or easy for me to work with, but I try to stretch myself because I feel that the more I stretch myself, the more genres that I'm able to produce, the more artists I'm able to work with. So I did an independent study on the different genres and analyzed them based on the instrument groups, the structure and layout of the song. The genres that I currently work with are rock, hip-hop, jazz, pop, R&B, Latin, funk, reggae, fusion, inspirational, and you know, I feel like I have a God-given gift, and it's my responsibility to use that gift for the positive. So while my objective as a producer is to entertain, I also want to use my gift to help others in the same way that the connectors are helping others. So now that I've told you a little bit about who I am and what I do, I'd like to leave you with a few samples of instrumentals that I've composed from various genres. I hope and pray that you contact me. I'm really looking forward to this. I promise you will not be disappointed.
Bye.